amazing 10 seconds.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Green 18. 54. Mike 54. Get that.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
In your face.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
All day. All day. 26. Mike 54.
Now Rodgers going to throw again. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Past the 20. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 12 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Yeah, that's what I do.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Nice hit, boys.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And left side here, it's Graham. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check three.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On on 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Graham. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Blue 58. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I smell 50.
To throw is Rodgers. On 3rd down. Man open left side. It's Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
You got it.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Let's go, fellas. Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Garoppolo now. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, There's a premium for all of that now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Check 24. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Tighten up. Tighten up. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Inside.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers is going to float this over the... And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. This will be caught inside the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Here's Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Go, let's go!
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach, when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
We play to win. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returnable here for Davis. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Got a man. That's Allison. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Rodgers to throw once more. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
And again, it's Rodgers. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters,
hi, everybody.
as I like to call them. You've done things in a
Hello.
certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, show them something else.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's
how long y'all been on 2K? I see. I'm only on game 7. I got a lot of grinding to do. Like a lot.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The throw to the left side.
My jump shot was falling, wasn't it, Jay?
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Moose?
That was a pretty favorable situation.
What's Moose?
There. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play,
Moose.
too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
You said Moose? Like that thing I put in my twist? It doesn't work for your braids. But your braids they're not going to stick up. Moose just makes your hair relax.
Sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm telling you, you don't need it.
Why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Pettis hauling this in from Garoppolo.
over there, but I'm saying you don't need it
when you run drag routes. You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
Come on, headphones.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo.
They took a lot of sponsors out of the game, bro. Obviously, 2K tried to cut back on costs. There's Jordan Van Ricks in there.
That one goes for 30 yards.
They took all them shits out. Can I do a warm-up game first?
Here we go. 180! 13!
I'm already inside of my career game, so... why are they saying I still haven't hit a Memphis three-pointer, bro?
Give him 3 on 1st down.
Actually, man...
It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we?
And niggas on the park be like 90s already, or they be like 80s?
Here on 2nd down.
Oh, but you can't even see folks overall once they're on the court.
Garoppolo, he finds McKinnon, complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no
I'm
yardage,
still at 80.
and people got credit for tackles.
I might just...
Pretty good deal.
Honestly, bro, it's a bunch of 88s and 87s. I might just bust my ass tonight and just try to, like, get 85.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Escape. Now Garoppolo lost the football.
Yeah,
and this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it.
When y'all was playing earlier and y'all was like, y'all can't play part because y'all don't have no big man. What happened to Justin? Well, y'all was talking about my career.
That one for 14
I mean, not my career, but Red.
Here we go. 180! Check, Mike 42. Hey, watch the screen!
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
What y'all going to do if they bring out extra pie charts? Y'all going to make another bill off of the new pie charts?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I don't mind this KD jumper, but I'm ready to make my own.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
But nobody don't give you the ball, pass the ball and shoot around no more.
But they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly
I coughed this bitch like 6 times, maybe because I'm a rookie, bro.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Keep playing.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
You still getting dropped off.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical.
Yeah, your jump shot was falling last night. And I was kind of jealous. Because remember, like, the first game I had like 2 points. I was like, damn, this nigga jumper is falling. And I came out the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th game. I was hitting my shot. I'm like, damn, like, because I'm used to, like, bro, you have to set your feet. I'm like, this nigga JR is just pulling, like, these jump shots don't even look like they should be going in, and them shits is falling. Like, I'm glad I got that quick on Silver now, though. But the next thing I'm trying to work on is probably, I'm going to get Deadeye. No, I'm going to get flexible release before Deadeye in range extender.
That is going to be caught by Samuel. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Samuel, the 36th overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign. 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure.
Yeah, dude.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Here we go. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Packer pressure, and down he goes. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him. Back now here in Santa Clara. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense, right?
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40, and he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go. Black 80. Check out. White. 25. Check the hut.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
At the 13-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Target.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
Here we go.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
Two times.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Rodgers on the money to the tight end Graham. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
Now Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now on first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rodgers again now. Being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
Yeah, live.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Hey, let's get that ball. We didn't get up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, the quick slant caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.